Thoughts from the trail. I'm Scott Anderson.
Hello from the trail. I am here in a mountain stream in eastern Utah in the high Uinta Mountains, probably at about elevation 9,000 feet. And I've been thinking today about a story that has fascinated me since I've been a child, and that is the story of salmon and how salmon spawn, live their life, swim downstream, get out into the big wide open water, live their big life, and then at the designated time they swim back upstream, return to their home, and fulfill their life's purpose. The interesting thing about the salmon, of course, is like us, as they're swimming downstream and coming back upstream, there are distractions and dangers along the way. So for instance, I'm a fish going downstream and I see something shiny in the water and I've got a hungry belly and I see that shiny thing and it looks like something that it could be delicious to eat, and I go grab it, and all of a sudden I realize I'm hooked. I am hooked, and I am yanked out of the water, and I am no longer on my journey to fulfill my big life's purpose. And then, of course, coming back upstream, there are also dangers lurking, animals waiting for them, most notably the bear, the hungry, big-bellied bear who is looking for something to eat for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or all three. And as the salmon are swimming up, they're jumping over the waterfalls, and the brave salmon leaps out of the water to elevate up to the next level. And unfortunately, the bear with its big claws grabs it, takes a bite, and it has its meal. And that salmon obviously no longer is making it back to his home to fulfill his big life's purpose. And this analogy applies to us today, each one of us, as we are growing up and becoming adults and living our big life's purpose, however we define that for ourselves. We have distractions and dangers along the way. Some of those distractions take us away and get us off our path permanently. Some of those dangers only temporarily delay us from realizing our big life's goal. And then some of those dangers we can avoid through actions of ourselves. And unfortunately, there are dangers that lurk that we don't get to control at all. So one of the things that I've noticed for me in my journey is while I have conquered some of the distractions and dangers that I put myself into, and I no longer am distracted by them, I have found that there are always new ones. And so that I must remain vigilant and very aware of things that are taking me off the path to the things that I want to do for myself, my big life goals. And of course, there are dangers lurking that I can't control. And frankly, I try to make good decisions and I don't worry about the things I can't control and focus on the things that I do. I invite you to think about what distractions are present today. What things are in your life today that are pulling you away from what you want to be your big life goal or purpose. And I invite you to think about them and then figure out how you eradicate them or how you minimize them so that you have a much greater chance of success of realizing those goals. I also highly suggest that you don't focus your time on the dangers you don't control, but put all of that energy into taking positive and proactive action to avoid the distractions and dangers you can control. And most importantly, you're taking the actions that move you upstream towards your big life purpose. Well, that's what I'm thinking about today in this very beautiful spot. I obviously, as always, invite you to think about the same thing. And together, hopefully, we will remove unneeded distractions from our lives. May we be able to achieve our big life goals is my wish. And I'll see you next time on the trail.